or won't he? The big question, could Donald Trump be headed down the third-party road? We're going to find out soon. If he does run as independent, it wouldn't be the first time a billionaire shook up the race for the White House with a strong personality. Remember, Ross Perot's campaign from 1992? He got 19% of the vote, about 20 million people. What can we learn from that race? Joining us right now is the former campaign manager and political advisor for Ross Perot, Russell Verney. Russell, do you see a lot of similarities between Ross Perot and Donald Trump?
I do. I see a lot of similarities among the voters that are eager for something different from politics as usual. So when Donald Trump comes along and stands out from the pack, we're seeing this outpouring of support all over the country for him. That's what Ross Perot saw in 1992.
When he put his hand up, when he put his hand up and says, "I will not commit to not leaving the Republican Party and going to an independent party," what did you think?
Well, I think that leaves the door wide open, but it's a huge undertaking to run as an independent candidate and have to get on the ballot in each of the 50 states in the District of Columbus, as opposed to running in one of the political party primaries where they've already got the ballot status. So to the extent he can succeed in the Republican primary, he's better off. A huge task if he decides to
How do you do it? For example, if I want to get on the ballot in Massachusetts, if I want to get on the ballot in Nebraska?
It's going to take probably about $15 million and an army of people willing to go out with petitions and stand on street corners and ask people if they would sign a petition to get Donald Trump on the ballot in each of the 50 states. Probably requires about 750,000 valid signatures, which is going to be close to 2 million signatures you have to collect in order to get that valid number.
Would you recommend he do this?
Well, I'm a big proponent of independent candidates and third parties because if you stay within the party structure, you're obligated to the parties. But he's right now. There's only two impediments to him getting the nomination: time and himself. He's the only one who can trip himself up. If he chooses to go outside the Republican Party, there is an avenue for him.
Wow, that's very interesting. And overall, do you agree that Donald Trump hurts Republicans if he goes independent as opposed to Democrats?
No, I don't believe anybody hurts anybody in politics. They compete. And in 1992, when Ross Perot ran, the exit polling is clear that had Ross Perot not been in the race, the results would have been exactly the same because an equal number of Perot supporters would have voted for Bush and an equal number for Clinton, and the remainder wouldn't have voted. So it doesn't. It's a competition, and everybody has a fair chance.
Right. I know Ralph Nader definitely seemed to have heard Al Gore, according to Al Gore's camp when he ran in 2000.
Well, I think the ballot structure in Florida hurt Al Gore. Ralph Nader was competition, and in America, we believe in competition.
Right. And Russell Verney saying, "Hey, Donald, call me. I'll do it again. I know how to do it." Thank you very much. Great to see you.